Honorable Chief Minister Odisha, His Excellency Ambassador of Japan to India, Mr. Kenji Hiramatsu, all the dignitaries on the dais, the young achievers on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, ministers, ladies and gentlemen. It's a proud privilege for me to give you a sort of report card on what we have done since the last Make in Odisha Conclave 2016, buoyed by the success of which Honorable CM announced to make it a biennial event. So as we have this inaugural plenary of the Make in Odisha Conclave 2018, I think it's apt that we just look back to reflect on what we have done in the government over the past 2 years to further the industrial investments and the climate in the state of Odisha. The top focus of the government has been on the grounding of projects, and this has been borne out by the fact that Odisha was adjudged as the #1 state in implementation of live manufacturing investments. So our focus has been on ensuring that the industries that had given their intention during the last conclave get the facilitation. And you see on the slide there are 4 rounds of groundbreaking that we've done in the past 1 year, in which 64 projects have seen either groundbreaking or inaugurations. And the average time taken to accord approval by the single window to any industrial project at the state level has been brought down to just about 20 days. In fact, there are instances where we've done this in just a day's time. The second achievement about which we are very satisfied is the fact that we have been diversifying our manufacturing base. So while Odisha is known for its strengths in minerals and metal-based industry, it is very heartening to note that in the past 2 years, driven by the vision of the Honorable CM to diversify the industrial base, we have gone into uncharted areas for the state, such as electronics, plastics, chemicals, petrochemicals, textiles, apparel, food processing, and so on. So this ensures that the skilled manpower which is coming out of the state is gainfully employed in these industrial ventures. The other thing that we've done is to ensure hassle-free, paperless, and transparent approvals. So we have an online system which we have been requesting the industries to experience, which ensures that the entire approval process, in fact, I would say rather the entire process of G2B interface is driven on a paperless and online platform through a portal called GoSwift, which stands for Government of Odisha Portal for Land Use, Government of Odisha Single Window for Investor Facilitation and Tracking. So through this portal, we have, in a short span of 1 year, less than 1 year in fact, we have received 470 proposals worth the amount and the employment potential, which you can see on the slide. And driven by technology, we are ensuring that these projects are being monitored by the Honorable Chief Minister himself. You see, this is a screenshot of the Honorable Chief Minister's dashboard, in which he is able to review each project, where the approvals are stuck, where the time taken is more than the time guaranteed under the Right to Public Services Act, how much CSR spending is taking place, how many issues that the industries have raised have still remained pending. So it's a very effective way in which we are being kept on the toes by the Office of the Honorable Chief Minister. We firmly believe in Odisha that in case we are able to provide good infrastructure to industries, they will come. So promotion, investment promotion can go parallelly, but the most important thing is to ensure good infrastructure. So we have been working on this, and while I would not say that we've been able to transform the entire landscape, we have been able to make a dent, and you would see more progress that the state has made in this area in the coming couple of years. So we have the NIMZ, the National Investment and Manufacturing Zone, coming up at Kalinganagar, for which is rather the steel hub of the country, where the Tata Steel has put up its latest greenfield plant. The PCPIR at Paradip, the Petroleum, Chemicals and Petrochemicals Investment Region, which is the most advanced PCPIR, greenfield PCPIR among the 4 PCPIRs in the country, which is anchored by the refinery of Indian Oil at Paradip. The Dhamra Coastal Economic Zone is in the pipeline, and we have a very ambitious plan to drive port-based manufacturing through this particular port, which has been set up by the Adani Group. Info Valley is very close to Bhubaneswar, just about 15 kilometers away, and we are developing a manufacturing cluster where we are also offering a part of that to develop it as a country-specific cluster, and we have shown the Consul General of Japan this particular land patch, and we are hopeful that we should be able to make some headway in the coming times. The Paradip Plastics Park is the most advanced plastics park in the country, having the training center of CIPET as well, and it's ready for operation. We have just done the groundbreaking of some units, and this will be another addition to our portfolio of industrial parks. The Angul Aluminium Park, which we are partnering with NALCO, this will be the only park in South Asia where one can get molten metal from the smelter of National Aluminium Company. And this has got us unprecedented response from investors from across the globe. The seafood park at Deras is another area where the state is very strong, having a 480-kilometer coastline. And this again is very close to the state capital and coming up exceedingly well. Then we are developing new clusters at Ramdaspur, Chhatawad and Jaimangal, where we are encouraging employment-intensive industries like food processing and apparel. And there again, the infrastructure is in the pipeline. And as I mentioned, we will see very advanced infrastructure coming up in these areas in the coming 2 years. We came out with a policy for private industrial parks in 2015-16. And I'm happy to report that it's got a response which we did not expect from the industry. In a very short span of 2 years, we have got 5 industrial parks in the private sector coming up. We have got the Adani Group, the Jindal Stainless, the Jindal Steel and Power, the Vedanta Group, and the Welspun Group putting up these private industrial parks, which would offer, again, world-class infrastructure to the industries which are coming up, and also drive the growth of MSMEs in the state of Odisha. We have learned from the experience of the past. We have realized that readily available land is prerequisite to any intensive industrial promotion efforts. So we have a digitized land bank of 125,000 acres, which is available to anybody across the world at the click of a button. You can search for a land parcel and see the utilities nearby. You can also do a reverse search and find out the utility that you would like, for example, a railway station, and see what is available in terms of land parcels of like 5 to 10 acres or 15 to 20 acres. You can give those search options and search for the land that is required for your industry. So this has got us tremendous results, and this has speeded the process of giving approvals for the industries. CSR is another sector where we have done some work in the past 2 years. The state government has set up a CSR Council. The broad intention over here through this portal is to ensure that the efforts of the corporates and the efforts of the government for socio-economic development of the people are dovetailed and synchronized. In the past, we had issues where the industry did not know the state government's priorities and vice versa. So that issue has been resolved with the coming into force of this particular portal, which again has ensured that there is need-based CSR interventions in the various districts of the state. In terms of ease of doing business, in 2015, when the Government of India initiated this process and these rankings, so we had a percentage of compliance of 52%, which has gone up to 98% in the year 2017, and we have been given the achiever status. We are now ensuring the issue that we found with this particular process of wider dissemination, and also ensuring that the industries, particularly MSMEs, are made aware of the reform that the state government has introduced, and ensure that they reach the target group. Industry-ready manpower, Odisha has made a name for itself in the area of skilling. Wherever you go in the country and even abroad, you find that the skilled labor from Odisha are getting a good name and doing us proud. Skilled in Odisha has become a brand by itself. In the India Skills competition this year, we were the second highest medal winners in the country. In the DDU-GKY implementation of the scheme of the Government of India, we have been the #1 state 2 years in a row. And we will see a very interesting announcement coming up later in the program about the tie-up that the state is having with the Singapore ITES. Developing the #1 smart city, in the Smart City Challenge in 2015-16, we were rated as #1. And I would like to, of course, in these areas, traffic and parking management, common payment card, ICT network, public utilities and smart governance, the city has been doing exceedingly well. I would just like to present a short video to give you a sense of what's happening. The leading sporting destination of India. I think what Odisha has done in the past 2 years, I think is unprecedented in the history of the country since independence. The kind of tournaments which the state has organized and the kind of sponsorships that the state has come forward to introduce and implement, I think it's been something which has enthused all of us and particularly the youth of the state. Again, a short video just to show what's been done in the state, in the sporting arena in the past 2 years. So today evening we have a grand event in which many of the dignitaries who are present on the dais are going to come forward to partner with the state government in setting up sporting academies. We are looking forward to the evening's event. This is just to give a snapshot of what's happened in the past 2 years, which are the companies which have either introduced their operations in the state or expanded their footprint in the state. Just a brief short list of companies which are there operating or diversifying in the state. To end the presentation, the Make in Odisha Conclave 2018 has been an event that we have been working on very closely ever since the Honorable CM announced the dates in November 2017. It's an effort of the government to project the state in its entirety, holistically, and not just a particular part of the state. So as you would see from the events that are being organized, it is an event which is all-encompassing, not only covers the hardcore industry sectors, but also sectors like women's entrepreneurship, agribusiness, agri-marketing, 36-hour smart hackathon for the youth, and so on and so forth. So we are grateful to all the visitors, all the guests, all the dignitaries who've taken time off from their busy schedules to visit us, to see what's happening in the state, and I'm sure that you'll go back carrying very pleasant memories of your stay and what lies ahead for the state. Thank you very much.